Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Heel Turn.
The number one spot for everything WWE.
Welcome back. This is episode number 23. Jasper, how are you today?
I'm good, mate. Good, mate. Another interesting week of wrestling, which is all that we can really ask for as a wrestling podcast.
Yes, it was a little bit of an interesting week, but looks like it's going to gear up now with Wrestlepalooza, the new Wrestlepalooza.
Right around the corner.
Established PLE this year. So today we'll be going through our predictions. There's been 5 matches announced so far. Looking okay.
It's the first ESPN pay-per-view. So
Yes.
hopefully we see a bang, something real big.
It is. And the first match we're going to discuss is the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, the returning American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, against Drew McIntyre. Cody returned to SmackDown, saving his pal, Randy Orton. With this match, I don't think I can actually put into words how much I want Drew to win.
Oh, unbelievably.
But I still think they're going to go with Cody.
Me too.
Yeah.
It sucks. It's like, even like off such a like poor build up. Like after like Drew splintered Cody Rhodes through an announcer's table. And we were on this podcast maybe a month ago saying like this is going to be like the greatest thing ever. Like Drew can tell a story with anyone. Probably is Drew can't tell a story with his right hand at a microphone. Like there's nothing there. Like Cody was off filming and all of a sudden he comes back and the week later we're going to get a pay-per-view match with him. Like I hope this goes more than just Wrestlepalooza. Because if we get robbed of this, if we get robbed of a feud like this, I'll be I never was a real Drew McIntyre fan. Like I was always like, I hope CM Punk wins this feud. Like even before that, like I was at WrestleMania 40, I was hoping like Seth Rollins was just gonna win their World Heavyweight title match.
But you say
but I've come around.
But people forget like the work that he actually does to.
I've come around
like
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I gained a lot of respect for Drew after that Hell in a Cell match, obviously, because as we know, in matches like that, some stuff actually doesn't go to plan. Like a toolbox to the head, and Drew starts severely bleeding. And that was all real. So I think we gained a lot of respect for Drew after that as well. And then obviously he became like a bloodline bounty hunter sort of at the start of this year as well.
They fumbled that bag so hard as well.
They did as well because it sort of just ended after the Royal Rumble because all of a sudden Drew just went on to Priest.
It started after didn't he lose to Jimmy Uso?
Was that? Yeah, he did lose to Jimmy Uso.
That was the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Anyway, it's time for Drew to get his time in the sun.
Yeah.
Like, even when he won upon his return years ago, won the Royal Rumble, went and faced Brock Lesnar. Even that win, pandemic, no crowd, doesn't really get his time in the sun.
Yeah.
And then WrestleMania 40 got cashed in on.
But what I am actually glad is that, like you said, Drew is getting his moment in the sun because he moved to SmackDown this year. So you can't just move someone to SmackDown and not have them, who is a main event sort of style superstar, that probably deserves to have his crack at the championship. So I actually think this will carry into Crown Jewel along with Randy Orton. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they run it back, like the PLE straight after. And obviously, as someone who is going to Crown Jewel Perth, this is a matchup that I really want to see.
Why doesn't Randy just turn heel in this match?
100%.
I say, like, we've been saying this, like, a fake almighty tease of a punt kick. Like, you always say it and you're like, nah, this is not happening. What if it just Wrestlepalooza? We get Cody, Drew having an absolute, like, classic. Both laying on the ground, you hear Randy's music hit. Randy comes out and you're like, oh, he's just going to absolutely punt Drew McIntyre into next week.
Yeah.
Bang, punts Cody first. Everyone's like, what the hell? And then punts Drew as well. All of a sudden we get a triple threat going. And this feud could take you all the way to WrestleMania.
That storyline's perfect as well because then it causes I don't know, not a disqualification, but...
Like no finish.
No finish. No one wins. And obviously Drew is upset at Randy because Randy cost him a title shot. Cody is upset at Randy because Randy's turned on him as well.
But they will still have unfinished business, these two, too.
Exactly.
As well. It's the perfect seed for a triple threat.
It all falls into place perfectly. And a Cody, Randy, and Drew triple threat match for the championship
would feed my grandchildren.
Yeah. for when they come to
if they ever exist.
Yeah. Oh boy. But yeah, no, I agree. That was crazy.
Dude, it'll feed
crazy.
it'll feed like everyone's bloodline.
Mate, we could get that at Crown Jewel. I can't even tell you how much I'd want to see that.
But like even like if you can hold it off for long enough, like as in if it takes you all the way to WrestleMania, like fingers crossed Kevin Owens is like I'm not just like we're just throwing names out there now. That's another name that just like jigsaw puzzles himself into this feud.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying this feud has to be like until WrestleMania, but there's the possibility that this feud could be like a feud of the year kind of thing.
But it's almost the fact that Drew probably deserves better as well. Like this is his way of being like he deserves better because like WWE have screwed me, you know?
Yeah.
Like so many times for Drew as well. Like I genuinely believe we are going to get champion Drew McIntyre again in the future.
Well, if we get that long-term feud, I think the belt should be on him during that whole long-term feud.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Cody and Randy as the challengers.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm backing in Cody Rhodes, even though I seriously want Drew to win. But I just think the American Nightmare will reign supreme.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. We just gave so many good reasons why Drew should have the title,
but we're just saying Cody.
I care about these predictions. I think I've got like a two match lead or something.
Yeah, something
like that. We'll post a graphic. We'll actually get that out.
And it's not even the fact that I dislike Cody Rhodes. Like I do actually like him. I just like it's not that I just want like I do want Drew to have it, but it's not like I want him to have it over Cody. Like I still think Cody's a good champion, but I just like I got nothing against Cody, but I just think he's just going to come out on top over Drew. So yeah,
I agree.
Well, this one, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. One of the only feuds this year in John's retirement tour where he hasn't actually interacted with his opponent verbally. Like no sort of promo on a Raw or a SmackDown. It's just been Brock attacks Cena twice and then they each have their own separate promo this week on different brands. What I didn't get was Brock Lesnar comes out to R-Truth and he's like, I'm looking for John Cena. Do you know where John Cena is? He literally had his last SmackDown last week, bro. Of course he's not going to be there.
Brock's so stupid.
Yeah.
But
Brock Lesnar cutting promos, though? Like
I reckon it was low-key like a purposeful thing that they didn't have them run against each other. Like, I don't think it was a schedules thing.
Oh, yeah,
I think it was because John Cena would have cooked like a genuine cook out of Brock Lesnar. Like, especially without Paul Heyman.
Mm.
Like, the last time these two feuded, Paul Heyman was obviously the mic piece for Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like, I can't see, I think, the greatest to ever do it on a microphone. Either him or CM Punk, in my opinion. Greatest to ever do it on a microphone. Versus a guy that had the microphone taken out of his hands for 15 years.
They've allowed both of them to shine in the way that they probably deserve to. Like, Brock's obviously the big physical, attribute. The beast, as we know. And yeah, you're right. We saw John Cena yesterday on Raw as well. 6 dates left for the great man.
That's depressing.
Yeah. Like, have we... If we can just sit back, I know it's hard because the retirement tour's not over, but if we can just sit back now, do you think you've taken it all in?
No, not at all. I've done a horrific job.
Yeah.
Horrific job.
Like, we haven't prepared ourselves.
Which is why this 6 dates, it was 30 dates not long ago, 25 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? It's 6 dates now.
6 dates until your childhood hero is gone.
Dude, I'll cry.
Yeah. Hopefully he can sort of still be involved in a management sort of way, but I don't really...
he said he's bowed out.
Yeah. But the doors of WWE will always be open to John Cena, of course.
John Cena won't be opening that door, though.
After this, you can't see me.
He's a massive, advocate for, legends not coming back.
Yeah.
One, let the new talent, rise and, be independent. But two, if you come back, you're 60.
Yeah.
No one wants to see you. I don't remember what was it the 40-man Royal Rumble that happened in Saudi Arabia? One of the very first pay-per-views in Saudi Arabia. We had the return of the Undertaker and Kane. Oh, what are they called? The tag team.
Brothers of Destruction.
Brothers of Destruction, yes.
Thanks,
yes.
Will.
Yeah, cheers, Will. Cheers, produce. Had the return of them, they looked awful. And I think it was
Yeah.
versus DX. I think it was versus like a buzz cut Shawn Michaels and Triple H with
Yeah.
a pacemaker on. Like, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing where, like, John Cena's always been pretty vocally against that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Like,
So-
getting back to the match, I think Brock can actually cop a loss on return to John Cena.
Me too.
Though.
Me too.
That's why I think I'm backing in Cena here.
Even less of a Brock needs to cop a loss. Like, John Cena has to win this.
Oh yeah,
Like,
100%.
simply has to win this.
Yeah, if he doesn't win, do we riot or what?
I'd riot.
Like, do you think that?
I
they're
think if he
bringing-
has 3 matches left, he will win the next 2 100%. Like, not a shadow of a doubt.
Oh.
Put your house on it.
because he's knocked off Cody, Randy, CM Punk, all these ghosts of his past, knocks off Brock Lesnar. Cherry on top, almost, you could say. There won't be any payoff with this feud, obviously. Like, we're not like
Just nostalgia.
they're not like everything in John Cena besides Cody Rhodes, everything in his retirement tour they haven't really run back, and for good reason as well, because you've only got a year of this. But I want to ask you, who is most likely to be John Cena's final opponent, apart from Tommy Invincible, obviously?
Well, yeah, I was going to say Tommy Invincible, but if I had to give a close second, a returning Gunther.
Yes,
I think
that could be a good one.
I think that's the clubhouse favourite, but
I want to pitch this here. I want to take a bit of the spotlight here. So there's different ways I look at John Cena's final 3 opponents, I'll say, because he's got Crown Jewel, and I imagine he'll have another one in
well,
there.
if he's got 6 appearances left.
Yeah, and then his last opponent. And I'm talking about singles matches. I think there are people that I want him to face, but then there's simply people who he needs to face, right? So, for number 1, and this is what I want to see at Crown Jewel, I think someone who I want to see John Cena face, I think we all know, AJ Styles.
It won't happen.
You don't reckon?
Nah.
Yeah, that's the thing. But that's
what the Styles clash was.
Yeah, that's the difference between like need and want, wants and needs, I guess. Because as soon as John Cena announced his retirement, John Cena, AJ Styles
was the very top of the list.
Was the very, very top of my list. That's something I wanted. And now I'm just scared we've left it too late and
We've missed it.
We won't get it. And then someone else who I want him to face is The Rock. I think that rounds, like, obviously we don't know The Rock,
Rocky's let us down.
Yeah. But that's who I want to see John Cena face. I want to see him face The Rock, because that obviously ties into his whole heel turn. It gives the reason a Rock to come back. And then there are simply people who I think that John Cena needs to face. Gunther, obviously, being one of them. And I've also got Dominik Mysterio. I think John Cena needs to face Dominik Mysterio.
Does John Cena dethrone...
Well, it's not even the fact that the Intercontinental Championship needs to come into play here. It's almost as if this is literally a passing of the torch moment from John, and even with Gunther as well. Like, in terms of who he needs to face, these are both opponents that passing of the torch moments to come along here. And I just think he needs to face Dominik Mysterio.
You could almost do 2 birds on one stone, though, and have John become a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah. But how good would it be if his very last match at Saturday night's main event or whatever it is, he beats Dominik Mysterio for the championship, and then literally right then and there...
we find out we need another year of John Cena. That'd be amazing.
Or right then and there, as he's retiring, he lays the title down. Vacant title. And then there's like a tournament or something like that, maybe.
I think that... Look, everyone would be happy because John Cena retired a winner.
Yeah.
But I reckon there'd be riots about that title.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, take the belt off someone and then have him just lay the belt in the ring. Like, that's...
last moment of seeing John Cena.
The last
IC
world
title,
champion.
done.
They could just take the IC title and, like, let John retire with it and just make a whole new title.
Oh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, just
Man,
make like
that'd be insane. Yeah.
I don't know. If you want John to take his ball and go home, that's one way to do it.
Yeah. But see, but that's my wants and needs. So my people who I want to see him face, AJ and Rock. 2, I think he needs to, are Gunther and Dominik Mysterio.
Well, there's 3 matches, right?
Yeah.
You'd think.
Yeah. Give or take.
Do you... Look, me personally, I don't see him facing Dom.
Okay.
I just think, like, Dom's here John's like, I can't touch the roof.
It's
right
just
now.
the big question here that we're all looming over, because obviously this match will do what it needs to do. Hopefully John wins. But the big question is, who does John face next? Because Crown Jewel is obviously very soon after Wrestlepalooza, by the way. Like, not even a month's gap, maybe like a three-week gap. So that's the big question here. So do you think there's any way possible that The Rock comes back at Wrestlepalooza?
Look, The Rock, this is almost Call Me Crash Out worthy. It won't be Call Me Crash Out worthy, but this is almost is. I'm actually fed up with Rock.
Yeah.
Because there are so many feuds. Everyone knew John said it was 1 year, that's it, right? And Rock has set up all of this stuff. Him and Travis Scott, him and him and Cena. All of this stuff, this circle of stuff, that Rock is the catalyst of the heel turn. And now that Cena's back as a babyface, even that, The Rock is like this looming figure. They're like, oh, well, like, what happened to Rock?
This could be the generational fumble of Cena's retirement too.
Well, like, Rock, like, I get he's a busy man. But how can you not make yourself available to one of your, like, bigger rivals? I know it was the twilight of Rock's career when he faced Cena. But this feud defined a generation. And you've built this up, like, literally handballed the footy in the air and said, someone grab it. John Cena's grabbed it. And the fans are, like, itching for this, like, last taste of it and a last payoff.
I said back on episode 3, I actually remember this, when The Rock went on Pat McAfee's show and McAfee asked him why he wasn't at WrestleMania, because that's when we thought The Rock could possibly show up, but instead we got Travis Scott. The Rock said, why should I show up and be involved when the spotlight should only be on John? At the time, I said...
But then why are you there for the heel turn?
Yeah, at the time, I said, yes, I get that, because that was John Cena's moment. But you can't finish this retirement tour of John Cena without having some sort of payoff like that, because that was literally single-handedly one of the biggest moments in WWE history that we got to experience early this year, Elimination Chamber, and yet John Cena's going to retire and we're not going to know the real reason why.
Even if it's just like the payoffs doesn't have to be a match. It could literally be Gunther beats John Cena his last match, and then Gunther walks out as like proud, like, I just beat John Cena, I retired John Cena. And then all of a sudden you hear Rock's music, Rock comes down, Cena's up and about now, like it's been a couple of minutes since he lost. Rock comes into the ring, you're like, here it is, Cena AA, and then Cena walks out in the twilight. Like, it just has to be but like, I don't think Rock's going to be available. And I can't see the WWE.
You know what? He needs to make himself available.
Well, that's my point. That's my point. Yeah. Like, you've built all this stuff up. You're a member of the board at TKO. This is your job. Like, fact of the matter, you're an actor and this is your other job.
If WWE are scared that they're losing interest from the fans or engagement levels,
bring back Rock. That's the recipe. Bring back Rock.
That's what it is.
Look, I love Rock. Like, don't even get me wrong. Like, his work at WrestleMania 40, that whole lead up, like, sensational. And even the whole Cody Rhodes thing at the Raw after WrestleMania, like, I'll be back. Here's this watch. Like, we haven't even seen that since.
Yeah.
Like, so we're coming up on a year and a half.
So when Rock gave Cody Rhodes, was it a watch that he gave?
Yeah, it was Dusty's watch that he
Was that the one that John Cena beat him up with then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe that was the real reason.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, there's that payoff. There's John Cena's payoff. Like, Rock's just come here, like, ruffled some feathers and just walked out.
Yeah.
Like, we're building stories here.
Yeah.
Like, that's a joke.
That's good. It's good that we're talking about it. But another one that I really want to talk about is Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch going up against CM Punk and AJ Lee. We spoke pretty heavily about this last week, so we won't go into too much detail with it. But I'm predicting that AJ Lee will pin Becky Lynch here, and I think CM Punk and AJ Lee take the win.
I think CM Punk and AJ Lee take the win as well, but I wouldn't be so sure. Like I said this last week, there's plenty of reason for shenanigans, like a skewed finish that can cause another match. Or whether it's Seth and Becky win because of maybe a fourth male member of the division or whatever that causes another match, but maybe they're singles matches. Maybe Becky gets AJ and CM Punk gets Rollins. because of shenanigans in this very mixed tag team match.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be so sure that AJ and CM Punk win. If I had to predict, which I am on this podcast, I do have to predict, I will be saying CM Punk and AJ Lee. But yeah, when push comes to shove, I'm like on the fence.
I saw this funny clip this week about CM Punk's 2025, right? And it's gone. Oh, this is how it's gone. CM Punk entering the Royal Rumble and then booted out by Logan Paul. CM Punk entering the Elimination Chamber, getting stomped by Seth Rollins, losing to John Cena. CM Punk at WrestleMania, betrayed by Paul Heyman. CM Punk at Night of Champions.
Seth
Rollins
yeah.
and John Cena beats him. Even in the Money in the Bank qualifying match, they cost him that one. El Grande Americano picked up the win. CM Punk at SummerSlam got cashed in. CM Punk at Clash in Paris. Becky Lynch, low blow. Like,
he's getting stitched up big time.
What an unlucky year for CM Punk. And yet, in it all, he still was a world champion for like 5 minutes. And so that's the question now with AJ Lee back. Could this be his moment, though? Could it be this moment where he triumphs over Seth Rollins? But the other question to ask is, what's going to happen after? Because I don't see Seth losing.
Well, not with War Games around the corner either.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, it's one of those ones that if AJ and CM Punk win, right, they go, oh, well, you know what? On the Raw after, they'll be like, you know what? We just pinned both champions. We deserve title shots. And Pierce will come out and say, you know what? It's official, blah, blah, blah. But if CM Punk if Seth Rollins and Becky win, we've just squashed one of the big returns of the last 15 years. So there really is no win, because if Punk and AJ get title shots, maybe Punk loses, AJ wins. But then you go into War Games still, and like, it's all going to be so convoluted and all a bit. I think it's going to be a bit messy if titles change. Yeah. But I want titles to change. Yeah. It's such a weird one.
But then again, Becky's done really well with the Intercontinental Championship. So
I'm not saying necessarily she should lose it, but like if they both get individual title shots, someone probably has to win. Yeah. Like there probably has to be one change.
Yeah. Unless you want to build the division up even more, which we will get to actually now, by the way, because the Bron-Brons, part of the division, are going up against the Usos. And like we just said, the Bron-Brons have not won at a PLE this year since being part of the division. So, and that's what I'm scared of, because
they're the punching bags of this division.
Yeah, because when you want to go up to War Games, you want to have some momentum on your side. And right now, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are probably the only ones who have done that. And like, but apart from being on Raw and getting wins on Raw, you've got to be able to, do it on the big PLEs as well. And so this one's an interesting one, because the Usos aren't really looking in sync at the moment, and that could be the downfall.
Maybe it's an LA Knight interruption that, like, the Bron-Brons finally get a victory on a PLE.
I think we'll get Jey Uso and LA Knight at Crown Jewel. Yes. Which I think will be good, because I can be there and just go, yeet, yeah.
I'd be no yeeting.
Yeah, yeah. Who are you predicting?
I hope the Bron-Brons win. Like, maybe it's a bit of Jey Uso hate, but, like, even if there's a heel turn, that leads me to think that the Bron-Brons win. If there's no heel turn, I think they're building up the vision, so Bron-Brons win. It's one of those matches where I'm looking at it and I go, like, I get it's the return of the Usos, but every inch of the story hints that the Bron-Brons have to win this one.
Yeah. So you going with the Bron-Brons?
I will be probably saluting with the Bron-Brons.
Yeah, I'm going to back in the Bron-Brons as well. I think that, they just need the win. If anything, they just need it. Like, it's not as if I want them to win. They just need to win.
Interestingly, not to harm on about the conversation we just had earlier, but Bron Breakker's probably one that we wish faced Cena as well in this time. But now that he's in the vision, it's probably ruled out.
Down the line, I want Bron Breakker and Brock Lesnar, dude. Can you imagine?
That would be messy in like the greatest way. In the greatest way.
Yeah.
But
or even Bronson Reed and Brock Lesnar as well. We've spoken a lot about what War Games could look like, and obviously we know that it's probably going to be.
When is War Games?
Late November in San Diego at Petco Park. No, yeah, San Diego. Yeah, that's Dominik Mysterio's hometown as well.
November 29th, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not too...
I thought it was earlier than that. It's still not that far away.
Yeah, not that far away.
But for some reason, I thought it was October, not December.
Yeah. So, obviously, the Division, as we know, are going to have to get more guys. But the whole Jey Uso thing now and this potential heel turn does sort of create a bit of uncertainty around who could be on the opposing side of the Division. Because we know the Division are going to be there, obviously. Because I would love to... Because Jimmy Uso has just come over from SmackDown now. He's on Raw. I'd love to see him bring over, like... Can we get Jacob Fatu, like, involved in this on Raw? Like, honestly. And get Jacob Fatu in War Games on Team Roman and Team Jimmy.
I'm stale with all that. I'm stale with...
But what do you honestly want for Jacob Fatu? Do you want him to go back with feuding with Solo?
No, I want him to stay away from all Samoans on the roster. Like not in a horrendously like horrible way, but like I just want him to show his skills off as a wrestler. Like forget the bloodline, the MFTs, forget it. Like send Jacob up the card if you have to get him to avoid them. Like it's just so frustrating having this circle of MFTs or the bloodline or Jimmy Uso or the fact that Jey Uso and Roman are going to come over and help this. And like I love the bloodline story, but when it's not planned, when it's not succinct, don't run with it because when it's not, it doesn't work. And that's my opinion. But that's why I probably don't want Jacob Fatu coming across because then you have likely a Jimmy J, Jacob Fatu on that babyface side versus the Vision.
So, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it more, if Jey Uso doesn't turn heel, then you could get Roman Reigns, Jay and Jimmy, LA Knight and CM Punk. Possibly. That could be the 5 against...
Well, I think Jimmy probably gets omitted there. I don't think we see Jimmy. I think there's other options.
I just think it's getting pretty close now that Jimmy's now come onto Raw and started to do it. Like I think it's creating the case more. Like,
leads me to believe that maybe Jay turns heel.
You know what?
Hear me out. Jay's the 4th member.
Yeah,
and then
probably.
Jimmy is on that War Game side because you don't have Jay on it.
Probably, yeah. But
you know what I mean.
But like it's so uncertain because I bet you anything like we're 2 months out from War Games and probably like the head office haven't even.
They probably haven't written down what's going to happen.
Come up with a decision yet because there's so many different factors to consider. Like they probably didn't they come up with like the WrestleMania matches like pretty close? Like they had a card.
They had a plan,
and then they changed, and then they had to change.
But if you have a look like on WWE Unreal, like they had a card, and if you took a screenshot of it, like it was so different.
Yeah,
it was so different.
They had like a couple of
there was only like 2 matches that went ahead, and one of them was Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, and it didn't go ahead.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. Like they're probably like still thinking about it right now, and fair enough too, because literally, what are your thoughts on Monday Night Raw ending the way it does every single week?
I'm so sick of it.
Yeah,
it's I don't know. Like that's why you don't like punch the punching bag for so long.
Yeah.
Without a heel turn. Like I've learned watching WWE that if the Raw ends the same way for so long, there's one night it won't. It won't end like that. Or there's one pay-per-view that it doesn't end like that. So the only way I could see Jey Uso gaining interest in my brain at least is probably a heel turn.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if they'll pull the trigger. He's probably still the biggest merchandise seller.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's risky. Like doing it with Cena only 6 months before or 7 months before.
Yeah.
Like to go again and do it to another key babyface that just won the Royal Rumble's pretty risky, but TKO.
Maybe John Cena's advertised for Survivor Series. Maybe he's a bait on the babyface side as well.
He is advertised for Survivor Series.
He is, unless he has a singles match.
Oh, I'd hate if he,
if
his dates got wasted on the bloody War Games.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Quickly, last one. War Games this year. War Games will go ahead, but 2026 and onwards, War Games, yes or no?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of War Games.
Big fan. I reckon it should be not limited to Survivor Series, but probably have one once a year.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes around to Survivor Series, everyone knows it's War Game season. So it's predictable. I don't love that.
Okay.
But like, say if, like, I don't know, I'm thinking like what's coming to my mind is NXT at the moment, like with Trick Williams and Kamala Hayes and like DIY, and they're like building these like opposing forces. Like that could have happened in January, could have happened in November. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I think the payoff of it being randomly timed, or to really fit in with the story, is probably better off than having it scheduled every year on SmackDown, on Survivor Series.
Then again, the women's War Games match, I don't even know. Like, I couldn't even tell
last
you.
year the same. Like, it just doesn't get built up. It's not their fault. They don't... Women's wrestling typically doesn't have big factions. And if there is a faction... like of the past, they're 3 members usually, not 5.
Yeah,
or
you
4.
kind of have to think like, well, Fatal Influence in NXT is probably the only sort of one you could think of, maybe. And
NXT are going to have their own War Games.
Yeah, true.
I think
it will be that probably.
Yeah, so
yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it. But
I'm sure
the last match at Wrestlepalooza, Iyo Sky and Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Championship. Finally, finally Stephanie Vaquer can actually get like her
title
championship
shot.
match.
This is going to be amazing.
Oh, I will. Like, these two have had 2 matches so far this year, and both have ended in no winners, basically, because they've been
bangers.
They've been interrupted, and they've both been banger over matches. So, and Iyo Sky is still having problems with the Kabuki Warriors. Iyo has told the Kabuki Warriors that she doesn't want their help, but I have a feeling that Asuka will do something crazy, obviously, as she has been doing so far. But I'd love to know what you think. Who's going to win this one?
I think Stephanie wins clean.
Yeah.
And I think Iyo is walking out of the ring or walking backstage, and Asuka attacks her and says, "You weren't good enough to win by yourself, and you had a chance to have me help you, and you didn't take it." Yeah. And that's where you get their feud.
Because this feud between Asuka and Iyo, like...
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen, and it's not one that needs... where the Women's World Championship
doesn't need a belt at all.
Needs to be involved in. Like, it doesn't. And Stephanie Vaquer, she's had time to, I guess, think about the match, her potential opponent. She's been waiting for this all the way back at Evolution when she won the Battle Royal. So it's not like she is ready. So
100%.
She's definitely the front runner in my eyes here. And
my logic is that promo, that's like sneaky looking ahead promo with Rhea on Raw, just proves that that's probably where they're going for Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
So if you have Stephanie win clean and then have Asuka take out Iyo, then you get separate journeys for both. Yeah,
and it depends where Kairi Sane fits in all of that as well. But
that'll be interesting.
Yeah, but Stephanie Vaquer, like, she offers something new to the Women's World Championship scene as well. And it's also kind of cool that we've had Julia, Roxanne, and Stephanie all come up from NXT. Stephanie, a potential world champion already. Julia, United States champion. And Roxanne's already a tag team champion.
And part of a big faction.
It just shows that the future of the women's division is in very good hands.
I think the best one's still in NXT as well. Rica is amazing.
Yeah, Zarya from Australia as well. Like, let's hype her up.
When's her heel turn? Yeah, let's go there for a start. Anyway, that's been brewing for a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, wow.
Yeah, but those are honestly like some of my favorites. Like Stephanie, Julia, and Roxanne at the moment. Like, they are seriously up there. Like, not too far away from that world title scene as well. And the fact that they were on NXT is crazy to think, like, not too long ago as well. But yeah, I'm going with Stephanie on this one. So
I will be taking Stephanie too.
Yep. Well, Dominik Mysterio is the new AAA Mega Campeon
of the world.
Yes, El Grande Americano, helping him out, costing Vikingo, and helping Dom win the match. Well, not that interesting, I guess, because Dom has been seen with El Grande for several weeks now. But yeah, he's the AAA champion.
The real question is, what is El Grande wanting in return?
Yeah.
Does he just want to help out the Lucha King? the king of the luchadors.
That's the thing. Like, I don't think so. But
I'd help out Dom.
But I'm sure anyone who's a heel would. But I just can't put my finger on it. Like what El Grande wants, because we've seen 2 more El Grande Americanos help out the actual El Grande Americano. We still don't know who the actual El Grande Americano is.
I saw there's a rumor going around that Ludwig Kaiser is I don't really believe it, but that Ludwig Kaiser is the El Grande Americano, the like real tall, like stockier one. But like they took a photo backstage. I don't know if you saw that.
I did
Ludwig
see
Kaiser's
that.
Instagram. So it can't be Ludwig Kaiser.
Well, at this point, it doesn't really matter anymore who it is, because no one's going to be able to guess it anyway. So
For sure. But I reckon, imagine if you got like a faction of El Grande Americanos.
yeah,
Like,
that's
imagine you got 3 of them and you like running around looking like Spider-Man.
Maybe like it could be as simple as El Grande Americano just wants Dom's help in the future, like with how El Grande's helping Dom at the moment, or maybe he wants Dom to be a part of him and the other El Grande Americanos. Who knows?
Maybe he wants the AAA Mega Campeon.
Maybe he does. Maybe he's just using Dom at the moment.
Or even the IC title.
Yeah, true. Well, that's the thing. How much longer can Dom actually hold it for? Because I had him losing to AJ Styles both times, and I was surprised that he actually held it. So, because we had Rusev come into the clubhouse this week and challenge Dom, or present himself as the new number 1 contender. And Dom and Rusev, I'd actually be
I'm
very
interested,
down
but
for.
I'm interested because I can't see a world where Rusev loses.
Yeah, but
we've got Rusev, like the biggest, stockiest, angriest, like technical dude. And then we've got scrawny old dirty Dom, like running away from a fight. Like obviously shenanigans can play a role, and like Dom doesn't have to actually lose. I'm not saying that, but like if you looked at it like pound for pound, you'd be like, what the hell? Like obviously Rusev, but
doesn't always work like that. But see, if you look, I am down to see Dom and Rusev have a match for the championship, but I'd much rather see a feud between Dominik and Finn Balor.
That's the payoff, I reckon.
That's what I thought. Like, I was actually surprised that Rusev came in and approached Dom, because I thought
that's what they were building for Finn.
I thought the reason that they're letting Dom hold on to the championship and that AJ's not winning is for Finn Balor. That's exactly what I was thinking. But
maybe Rusev wins with Finn's help.
Potentially, yeah.
But
I would love them
Finn to hold a title.
I would love them to feud with a
title.
title involved. Like, that could be a WrestleMania match next year, like Dom and Finn Balor, and then Dom will have Liv back by then. Maybe Roxanne, can help Dom, or can help Finn, or Finn has some other sort of help. Maybe Raquel sort of warms up to Finn and turns on Liv. Like, there's so many different avenues they could go
when
down.
you have so many people in a clubhouse, like so much can go wrong. Like that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. But either way, I think we all love the Judgment Day, that we kind of don't want them to split up. But at the end of the day, we want to see the shenanigans and the uncertainty around what's going on.
I just want Liv back.
I just want Carlito.
Yeah, free Carlito.
Yeah, Carlito. And R-Truth, of course. He's always a Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Judgment Day guy.
Where's Tom and Nick Mysterio?
Yeah. Ray. No.
Maybe Tom and Nick are both the El Grande Americanos.
Maybe. Well, that's the thing. Like, there could be 5.
They're luchadors, bro.
There could be another 2 El Grande Americanos. There could be 5 of them, and we wouldn't even know who they are either.
I think we'll never know.
Yeah. Well, Bayley has returned to Raw, takes out the Judgment Day, starts hugging everyone randomly, starts hugging Joe Tess and Corey and Alicia Taylor as well. I don't know what they're getting at, but I have a feeling that it's, how like in Bayley's promos, she's had to she's heard the voices in her head. She's had to just stay focused and everything like that. So there's a contrast between her crazy side and her happy side. I think that's what we were getting there. We got a bit of her crazy side and then a bit of her happy side when she was hugging everyone. I think next week on Raw, what we're going to see is, so obviously yesterday on Raw, we saw Bayley be absolutely chaotic towards Lyra. Call her an idiot and everything like that. I wouldn't be surprised, because maybe that's her crazy side. I wouldn't be surprised if next week, Bayley would come up to Lyra and start going, "Oh, Lyra, and start hugging her. And then Lyra's like, what are you doing? And then Bayley's like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't even know I said that. I forgot. Like it's like it's all the emotions playing in her head. It's like she's become psycho.
She's going to be bipolar, like two, or even like not even bipolar, just like two alter egos.
Mm.
And like I'd love for her to bring back like the Bayley buddies.
Yeah.
And like have them go off, and she hugs 3 kids in the front row, and then she snaps, and she tells the kid to bugger off, and then she grabs a knife and starts slashing the Bayley buddies again.
Yeah. There's so many different ways they could go with this, and I'm actually all down for it as well.
Me too. It's interesting.
We don't know, like we don't know what's going on with Bayley. Like we thought she was going to hold the Intercontinental title, and then she got booted out of WrestleMania and no SummerSlam match and everything. So she's been caught in the crossfires and not sure what's happening with her career. But hopefully this is the turning point. So, and maybe we can get her going for the Women's World Championship eventually at some point as well.
They've got to build some people back up at this point.
Like at this point with Bayley, it's almost as if they were doing okay with her in the IC title picture, and then it just fell down, and now it just seems like they're in the first phase of building her up, and they're just going to have to slowly keep working through it. But if this is the way that it needs to get done, so be it. But I'm very interested to see where they're going to go with Bayley here. So yeah, but Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton, a championship match on SmackDown last week, which ended in a double count out. And Tiffany actually wasn't medically cleared to wrestle and be a part of Homecoming, actually. So
concussion is the rumor. Yes,
and it did take place in this match as well. But Nia Jax interferes once again, and also once again, it's time for version 5 of
the COVID crash out.
Okay, let's go.
Like we've talked about most of the women's divisions recently. I talked about they're not really going anywhere besides that Intercontinental title division that has had a glory age this year. Let's think about this. A feud that has 3 people. The division that has 3 people, essentially, at the moment. We have Jade, we have Tiffany, the champion, and we have Nia Jax that has faced Tiffany Stratton 5, 6, 7 times this year. Like, at what point do we find some new talent? At what point do we find something new? Either put the title on Jade Cargill or go a completely different direction. But instead, we've rolled with a double count out of all things. A double count out. In a match that we were all probably urging for once to have Jade Cargill win. For once. And now she's going to walk out with allegations of being an unsafe worker because Tiffany's concussed. It's an absolute disaster at ground level. We've got Nia Jax coming out interfering again to the point that we've got Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax for like the 20th time. This division is going nowhere. It's not even going in circles. It's going nowhere. I don't know what else to say besides that. Like, there's an overhaul that's needed. Like, whether Tiff has to lose the title for that to happen, I'm not sure. But something has got to change. I don't call Sol Ruka up and have a straight up like mystery opponent Tiffany Stratton Sol Ruka. Like, just change it completely. Do whatever you have to do. Take someone over from Raw. I don't care about some transfer portal or transfer period. Like, make the divisions interesting. Because the fact of the matter is they're not interesting at the moment.
Yep. Agreed. Of course. It's almost as if Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss becoming tag team champions, like,
is a detriment.
Yeah, almost. I mean, whilst we're sort of happy about it, I guess. There's not enough talent, and Charlotte Flair, and like obviously Charlotte Flair had her moment at WrestleMania as well, and winning the Rumble and stuff. But since then, it's just gone down quite a bit.
We can't support 5 women's divisions. With the 4 singles divisions, and then we've got a tag division that is spread across 2 brands.
Yeah.
3 brands if you count NXT. Like, there's too many shows or too many divisions to have succinct storylines.
Yeah.
And it's not only the mid-card titles that are hurting now. Like, these main event titles are hurting. They're crying for something.
Yeah.
Like, this title has... I think this is the lowest the prestige has been in a hot minute.
Yeah.
And then that Raw, like the World Heavyweight women's world heavyweight title. Like, we're talking about whether the IC title means more. Like, that's an issue at its core, in its entirety. I just think a massive overhaul is needed. Whether it is, like, shaking everything up, a draft, whatever.
We need Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair back. Desperately.
Yeah, those two are desperately needed. And put the belt on both straight away.
Like I said last week, Raquel Rodriguez. Maybe make a move. Like, if Judgment Day break up, make a move. Move her over. Get her to hold a championship. But, yeah, Liv and Bianca, in my opinion, are the big ones that, need to be contending straight away when they come back. Like, it's not as if,
none of this piss fighting around in the mid-card.
We'll just tread water with them or have a feud. No,
I think the Bianca and Jade feud has to be for the title now, because that title needs something.
Yeah.
Like, we were saying probably around WrestleMania and the aftermath of WrestleMania, that feud doesn't have to be a title feud. Like, that can be a blood feud.
Yeah.
But at that time, both title pictures looked like unequivocally better.
Yeah, I agree. WrestleMania 43 just got announced to be in Saudi Arabia. I don't know what you think, but I'm not for this. Genuinely, I'm really not for this. And I could tell that, when Triple H was saying his speech and the superstars are in the background, they're trying to be convinced that this is a good thing, but I personally don't think it is. And we're just going to live in a world right now where we go over to WrestleMania 43 and all the women are going to be in bodysuits and stuff because they can't, like, express themselves in
the culture's
their gear.
Hard, yeah.
Like, Bianca Belair makes her gear. Like, that basically is just limiting her creative side of making her own gear or whatever she wants it to be. Oh, no. You're restricted now. You have to wear this.
They have to be hard to wrestle in.
Oh, 100%. And just think, the Royal Rumble next year is in Saudi Arabia. A 30-women Royal Rumble, 30 women in bodysuits. Like, how crazy is that? It's stupid to think.
It's ludicrous to think about. Like, I get, like, there's two opinions, right? Like, I'm personally not fully against this. Like, a lot of like the internet wrestling community have all come out and said, like, this is probably bad for wrestling.
Because it is.
I think that the fact of the matter is the amount of money that is going into this is ludicrous. And from a business standpoint, they just have to take it. It's like, to think that you wouldn't take $250 million when WrestleMania 42's bid from Allegiant Stadium was $5 million. There was a report out today for that. But more than that, like, how good would the stage, the production, like, I'm thinking, like, crowd engagement, I'm thinking fireworks, I'm thinking, like, this spectacle. Like, I get that it's in Saudi Arabia. There's negative connotations there. Like, that's obvious. The women themselves, like, there's a cultural issue there. I get that completely. But you guys are like, the internet wrestling community is hating on this before it's even come into fruition at all.
No.
Like, this could be one of the great spectacles, just as much as I agree this could be, like, one of the great letdowns. Like, that's obvious. But I'm saying give it a chance. Yeah. That's where my boat is.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Well, we're going to wrap it up here on Heel Turn today. Episode number 23. Thank you so much for watching or listening, wherever you might be, for this podcast. Make sure you go and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube and follow us on our various social media platforms. The links will be in the descriptions below. But thank you so much for watching, Jasper. Pleasure, as always.
Yeah.
And we'll see you all next week.
Oh.